See, I was uncertain to make the call because there's that I think it's a ultimate player whose like tag is DK main and they play a completely different character. I'm trying to think who they actually play, but there's some weird stuff. Maybe that's just ultimate. Okay, but that match that we were potentially alluding to having with Faust earlier, bringing out the Puff against Sheik, we're going to get here against Juicebox's Sheik. Juicebox, I don't know if currently ranked in MDVA, but a talented MDVA Sheik, who, what it seems like from my understanding of Juicebox's performances at Untitled events, is that Juicebox has been trying and trying and trying to make top 8 at Untitled, but I think he's just barely, almost always peaked at 9th place. So hopefully this will finally be the week. 10 will be the crowning achievement. Hopefully for Juicebox. And look at the start out here, even though, again, generally perceived to be a difficult matchup for Sheik, with how strong Puff can just crouch under things that Sheik does. Also, guys, let me know how the audio balance is, and also let me know how you're doing. Two very important things, but the audio balance is a little bit more important. If you think game volume should be louder, I should be a little quieter, let me know. And it looks like my co-commentators down in the chat are having a discussion on how difficult this match is. This matchup in particular is, yeah. Sheik, yeah, okay, let's go back to talking about these two players. It's been a while. It feels like it's been so long since I solo commentated, which I guess it probably has. I'm a little off my rocker dealing with all the issues today, but Kanye Rest doing a nice job at bringing this one back. Kanye Rest, I think, ooh, and just a little bit of Ramen Noodles grabbing that there and taking the lead. Kanye Rest has made a couple runs of their own as of late. Much more, one of those players where I look at the tag and I'm like, oh, this person's probably like a 1-2 or 2-2er. But Kanye Rest has done decently at Untitled in the past. I believe gotten some 25th, 33rd, 49s. And a slap's going to do it. We're pretty much back to even. Okay, let's see how this one's going to play out. A little bit of chop for a second. Yeah, but we're pretty much back to even. Both these players kind of fighting back and forth to figure out what's going on. Some of that down air popping out. Yeah, Puff CCing that down smash. Okay, any follow-up on the down throw? Interesting to see Kanye Rest opt to just walk over there. I don't know what that was for. Maybe that was just a misimport or something, or the dash command getting lost in the wires of the internet. But yeah, pretty back and forth, not nearly as aggressively in Juicebox's favor, based on what you would expect from just name recognition and like skill level, and that's gonna be Kanye Rest continuing to hold on to the lead here. We see a bit, maybe a little bit getting too antsy there from Juicebox, just trying to chase out with some fairs, and then yeah, because this puts it in Kanye Rest in an incredibly advantaged situation for the longer time. Okay, that's gonna do it. Yeah, because when Kanye Rest is still capable of going for those more risky rests, it is a bit of a suspect scenario, but now Kanye Rest kind of has to put, even though the rest punish from Sheik is going to be too strong, Kanye Rest kind of has to put his neck on the line if they want to opt to do a rest punish at this point. But yeah, we're going surprisingly down to the wire between these two. Based on what I would expect going into the set, despite the character matchup, still pretty damn close. Kanye Rest keeping it real close. Juicebox doing a good job to charge these needles whenever they can. Really smart at this point, because now they're just kind of be fishing for aerials to finish off here. A slap near the edge of the stage might do it. A nair out of shield will do it even better. Juicebox, despite it looking a little sketchy in some of those games, going to take game one. That is right. Polish is probably the oddball for, I think, entry. I don't want to say that. It might be Michael. I'm trying to think of like Untitled win percentages. I think Polish has entered like 2 or 3. So I guess he's like at 33%. I wonder if Michael, Ginger, or Polish has the better win percentage on this. Oh, and it looks like right after this, we're going to have 2 frames versus J-Flex. We're just getting a lot of stock money trying to get me my my Sheik practice in. Even if I'm not out here grinding, practicing my stuff, Stock Money trying to make sure I don't forget that I still said I was going to main Sheik. Yeah, but let's see. Opting to go over here to FD. So we see a lot of characters pick Sheik here, the FD, but why particularly would Puff want to be here? Puff's not, I imagine Dreamland was probably banned, because first off, I think Kanye West would be looking for that extra survivability. Yeah, so I guess FD makes a lot of sense here. Again, not really, I can't say I'm too well versed in the inner game of counter picks between Sheik and Jigglypuff. So I can't expand further on besides Puff not wanting to die too early. Also, again, for some, we talked about this a lot, about FD, the linear nature of FD, allowing for some players to overcome maybe their character's deficiency on this stage, because it limits the options and allows players even potentially to play in a different manner, because there's not platforms and all these other variables to deal with. It's just like they're gonna come at me high, they're gonna come at me low. There's no platforms or anything like that to kind of mix it up from there. Okay, a little bit of chop near the edge, but that is not going to deter Kanye West from finishing off that stock. Still got a long way to go, and a slap out of nowhere is going to steal that one real early. It's an unfortunate thing they say about Puff and low percents, but you know, we're not going to weigh too much on that for too long. Kanye West, I would like to see a rest come out of here. Punish one of those things that is the textbook reasons. Okay, Kanye West hearing my words, but the hitbox, not too much. And again, Sheik's not able to get too rough of a punish off there, but because of a missed tech, Juicebox gets about like 40 and takes control of center stage, which might even be more valuable than that. Yeah. But Juicebox doing an incredible job just keeping up in this matchup on the counter pick here. Especially with that kill early with the slap off the side. Real nice. Bobby versus Michael is true. I also 100% agree is the Untitled Classic. Ooh! Oh, that's going to be a death there. Arrest still could bring this back. Also, speaking of that, I don't know, either sometime early next week or late this week, I think I want to... Ooh! Okay, there we go. I'll talk about... Remind me after this game to talk about the Untitled plans. But I got something, an extra stream that's not a tournament I want to do this week, just for funsies. Okay, but could we be going to a Game 3 here? Ending up on a potentially tighter stage or a stage... I'd imagine we'd end up on, like, Pokemon or Yoshi's? Or maybe even back to bats. Oh, wait, we didn't start on backs. Or to bats. Because we started on Fountain. But nah. Juicebox is like, I don't really care about counter picks. I don't really care about all of this mumbo-jumbo. I just want to finish this stock off, move on further in the bracket, and face whoever I need to. But we're seeing that wall of pain come out here from Kanye West. Ooh! Again, a lot of this chop in unfortunate scenarios. I'm not gonna pull a yellow card on Juicebox and say, hey, that lag switch looking really nice though. But to be fair, Juicebox has gotten some fortunate lag positions where like jab rest could come out, jab reset rest. But nonetheless, we will not find out who the lag switch is coming from. I don't think there's actually lag switch. Good stuff from both players. Kanye West definitely persevering, holding it strong, but not quite.